There, I'll probably mess it up. But this one's for Jack.
Oh, thank you.
Uh-huh. You're listening to the Ramblecast that makes you burst into a million laughs. Oh. Sorry, guys. I forgot to mute my...
I think it's only working for you.
I know, but I get the I hear myself singing in this ear from the YouTube. But anyway.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. I was starting second verse now. Yeah. Well, I burst into a million pieces, like you always do. And man, you don't have to be cruel. You never even knew about backaches that Jack's been going through. 'Cause I try to make you laugh. Everyone better than the last. Every day, just listen to the Ramblecast. What's so funny?
Kayla.
Oh, nothing. Just Kayla, being snarky.
Kayla.
The Oneaters struggled too when they had the original drummer. So,
Shut up, Kayla.
So you just need a different drummer, and then the song will take off.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I messed it up.
But I enjoy it. I had nothing better than that thing you do.
Yeah. It actually took me longer than I thought because there's a few chords posted online and they're wrong. And so I had to fiddle around with it for most of the afternoon to get it kind of right. But
That's what she said.
Kayla says learn how to sing.
yeah, I'll see her singing any. So.
Well, it's welcome back. It's great to see everybody. I mean, it was also
Indeed
a break. Not that we don't love hanging out, but it's always like that extra day of the week where you're like, oh.
I had nothing last week. I had no loss to record. I was like, my wife goes, "What do you do?" I go, "Nothing."
Yeah.
I go, "You're stuck with me." She goes, "You have nothing to record. You can't just make something up."
You can't go figure something out new.
She goes, "Really? Every day you're going to be here?" I said, "Yep." It's like
Nice.
quarantined again.
I sat my ass on the beach for 7 days. That was wonderful.
I love the picture of your son on the beach when was he standing, or it was just him on the beach by himself?
Yeah. There's a couple of them. There's one of them sitting there, and then there's one on a couple of different shots on a boogie board, learning how to surf.
Oh, nice.
Maybe that's what it was. I saw him on.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, that's amazing."
Yeah, it was awesome.
Did he get to
I
go on a
believe-
surf and
I
safari?
couldn't.
Never mind.
I couldn't believe you left your son alone on the beach, but they were good.
No, it was awesome. It was a great week. We had
he was surfing USA. It was. It was.
We had I think 12, 13 of us in total with all the kids. It was nice. We had a couple different houses that we rented, and
no one got
in
the
the
virus.
water. No, I've actually just got my second test back, and I am happy to say that I have tested negative the second
that's good.
time for COVID-19.
So you've actually had the swab jammed up your nose?
No, not that far. So my work is providing free at-home testing weekly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's actually pretty rad. So it's also the non-invasive test too. So they're able to do just up at the nostril swab.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Yeah. So I get a kit sent to me every week.
Oh wow!
Do the test and drop it in a FedEx box. And
So they on the honor system there? Because what if someone says, "Well, you're not, screw it."
What do you mean?
So all of the employees get tested?
It's optional.
Oh, optional.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's optional.
everything's.
I'm just saying, if someone said, "Screw it, this virus is a hoax, it's a joke," I'm just wrong. It doesn't matter if I infected.
No, it's completely opt-in. So I did.
I saw an odd thing today. I was going to the post office to get my mail, and there was an elderly gentleman just standing outside the main door. And I kind of looked at him. He goes, "I'm not going in there." I was like, "Why?" He goes, "Look at that guy's mask." And it wasn't exactly like the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredder mask, but it was damn close. And that it was just metal with freaking screen, like insect screen here, so you could see
Like a
his entire
screen door.
like a screen door. Yeah, you could see his entire face, and I was like, technically he's wearing a mask, but I don't think that's going to do shit. You know, like
That's crazy.
You still have the people that are just saying no. They're not going to wear them.
I mean, get away from me.
Yeah, that's why he was like, I ain't going in there. I was like, oh, all right. You know. I just thought it was the weirdest thing.
I was talking to my neighbor. He had two people he works with. One got sick at work, so the one guy took him to the hospital. Well, the guy that got sick had coronavirus.
Oh,
The guy that took him to the hospital ended up getting coronavirus. They both died.
Jesus.
I mean, he goes, and the second guy, he goes, it was like, boom, he's on a respirator, and he was gone. He goes, I worked with him for 39 years. He was like, boom, gone. I said,
Yeah, guess what, people? It's not a fucking joke or a hoax. Wear your goddamn mask.
well, I was talking to Cindy before we started recording. I said, the funny thing is, not funny, but I go, this summer it was supposed to be, we were supposed to have a lull. Remember, it was supposed to go, okay, it's bad now. It's going to drop off in the summertime. And then in the fall, it's going to pick up. I go, It's gone like this. So what's going to happen in the fall?
It's going to be twice as bad.
well, some doctor said that. I saw it the other day on a headline. It said, expect the winter, like November, December, like basically the flu season. He goes, expect it to be one of the worst times in human history.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little positive note. Yeah.
That's because the country's not wearing their fucking masks.
I don't get it. Just put the mask on. But you still have people saying, fuck you, I'm not putting my mask
People are all
on.
saying it's my constitutional right. Don't fuck off. Like, just wear the goddamn mask and save some lives, will you?
Again, I have a friend that I follow on Facebook, and she's a nurse, actually, and she keeps putting all this stuff on there. And I'm this close to saying, because she said, it's my right. It's our rights. It's our right. I go, you know what? Cigarette smokers have the same argument.
Yeah, he said that.
But I'm this close to putting it on there, but I don't want to
just
start.
do it. Just let it go.
You bring up a really great point, Jack, and it's actually kind of the history of my name for this week here on StreamYard. Fuck Facebook, man. Like,
Couldn't you have put fuck Facebook? You could have spelled it.
I could have.
Nobody's seen it but us.
You were being polite. Just in case anybody did know this was explicit.
Yeah,
and they were watching this for the first time.
Like, here's the thing. I've been thinking, this has been on the back of my mind for a long time. And the other day, it was before I went on vacation, and I'm sitting there, and I'm on Facebook, and I did the inevitable, jump into the comment section of some post, which is a fucking terrible idea.
Oh, yeah. Always.
Because you get like the scum of the earth, like the fucking idiots who just love to live and thrive and post their bullshit, right? So,
The Kayla's of the world, if you will.
I did not say that. Those are not my words. Those are the favorite podcaster on the show said that, by the way. But it's one of those things where I'm like, man, it's like I start typing up like a reply. And then I'm like, no, Chris, no, back up, delete. Don't do that, Chris. Don't do that.
I do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I'm like, don't fucking feed into it. You're an idiot. Don't fucking do it. And I back up, and I scroll away, and I swipe it away. But then I'm realizing, man, like, I'm getting fucking mad every time I open the app.
Yeah.
I get pissed off. For a multitude of reasons, things that kind of range from seeing shit that people are posting, that people who I know, like people who should I say, thought I knew.
Okay, so let's just call it out. You're talking about things that Nick posted.
When's the last time I've ever posted anything?
So fast forward to the end here. Like, I'm realizing that Facebook does a lot more bad than good for this world, in my humble
all social media. That's all it is. It's just
so I've started taking the first steps in.
I should say you started taking drugs.
I started.
It's too late for that. Yeah.
I started taking the first steps in deleting Facebook.
Okay, so I'm curious how you're going to do that because, like I said, we said this a couple episodes ago. I've tried to get off of it, but then something with the Jay and Jack Network just pulls me back in all the time.
Yeah. You know what? That's literally the only reason why I haven't left Facebook yet.
Yeah.
It's because of you fuckers.
Wow.
Wow.
Thanks.
No, that should feel good. Actually,
No,
you're the reason why I
I
haven't deleted it.
I wanted to point out that Jack's background tonight is something that he posted on Facebook, and I was just casually scrolling through, and I thought I legitimately for a second I was like, holy shit, it's like someone in my neighborhood, like actually like catching, in the whole.
Wait till Karen finds out what you're doing with these damn squirrels.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, Jack,
I had this plan for two. Right when you said, I go, okay.
So for everyone out there who can't see, Jack has a picture of a squirrel saying, "Have you seen my mommy?" And I can't read the bottom, but basically, Matt,
what is happening to all the squirrels?
What's happening to squirrels?
Franklin, Indiana. Yeah, that was the part.
And the poor squirrel is sitting there with no nuts, and he's getting snow on him. So.
Yeah, he's fat as fuck, so I think he's gonna be good for a few months.
It's true. Yeah.
So yeah, anyway,
mommy.
So I've already downloaded. I requested and got received and downloaded my zip file that has all of my photos, all of my videos, all that stuff. You can do that. I've downloaded it. I have it. I just haven't.
I just don't let the people. I mean, like I said, sometimes you go, God, you're an idiot, and then I just move on. I
know, but for me, Jack, and I've actually gotten to the point where it's actually interrupted my fucking day. Like, and when I get to the point where like these things like interrupt my day, and it really just gets under my skin. I just don't want to fucking deal with it anymore. I don't want to listen. I don't want to see. I don't want to see all this bullshit.
That's how I feel about my work sometimes. I'm like, you're just getting in the way of my life right now. If you weren't here, I'd get a lot more squirrels evicted.
Exactly.
So my point is this: that there might be a day in the near future where I do pull the trigger and I remove myself from Facebook.
Who will wish me happy birthday?
How will I send you an email for the link? I need an email for your link.
Well, some people have been saying that we never had these problems with MySpace.
No. Well, I mean, MySpace basically was dead by 2007. So it's
really, I think I went on it a few years ago but I tried the other day. I can't remember the password.
I just want to point out, John, the UPS guy in the chat says snooze is a wonderful feature.
It really is.
I've used it a fucking lot, but like,
what is snooze?
So you have options. You can snooze. Look, if you post something I don't like, Jack, and you're constantly doing it, I can snooze you for 30 days. Or you have the ultimate one, which is like just unfollow you, but we're still friends.
Yeah,
so I don't see anything you post from that point on.
The only thing that bothers me on Facebook is when I get the suggestions on who to be friends with, and I go, wait, I thought we were already friends. So they've unfriended me. Mm-hmm. You go,
and then refriended you. Yeah.
I read somewhere, and I don't know if it's true, but I think there's an algorithm in Facebook that like a big like a percentage of like those friends people you might want to be friends with section are actually people who have been trolling your page.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hearing that.
Yeah.
Because when I see that, because like there was this one person, I just kept friending them. They would friend me and then they'd unfriend me. So I just kept doing it.
See, it's fucking stupid shit like that, Jack, that I have no time for.
I don't, but I shouldn't. But I just like, what? Fuck you.
So I'm thinking about making my transition to using Instagram for like the visual candy.
That's
right?
all I use pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And then perhaps Reddit/Twitter. But you gotta be careful with how you're reading on both those places. But
Reddit can be tough.
Reddit can be tough, but at the same time, it's less personal, right? So I feel like with Facebook, I'm like, man, my friends are fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, fuck.
What I like about Facebook though is most of my family is on the West Coast, so I have a lot of nieces and nephews that they're being born all the. Had another one that was born the other day, and I'm like going, So I get to see them because I'm not out there. And we get to, like, my mom likes it because she can see her great grandkids and, all that different stuff because she's old.
And then the other thing that's kind of drawing me in to the idea is that every person I've ever talked to, and this is 100%, every person I've ever talked to who has jumped ship has had zero regrets from doing it.
I heard that
I probably do the same way.
I heard that many people went on to like have like really lucky streaks and just like their whole life has actually changed for the better.
Gold just falls in their lap.
Sometimes I really miss just even the 90s. It's like I remember
All the time, man.
I remember just going in my truck somewhere and not having a phone. And it was the greatest feeling in the world. And now, if you get a text message or a call from like your mom or somebody, and you don't immediately respond, they chew your head off. Like,
oh no shit!
Why are you not responding? It's like I have a life.
Hello.
You know why?
Why?
Because I was thinking about the other day about text messaging because like my mom will text me and I go, okay, I'll answer it later, and I go, oh, she's probably getting pissed if I don't answer it now because she knows that most of us don't go anywhere without our phones. So when you get a text message, it's like when I text Jay and like 10 days later he'll text me.
Yeah.
I see him walking around with his phone. So I know he has his phone all the time. So that's the problem with the phone. Like I'm like you, I'd go back to the 80s though, except I'd have to buy shampoo and a comb.
Do you ever get like upset with Jay and you're like, look, fucker, I'm half the empire. I'm out here busting my balls. What the fuck are you doing? You're just all like, oh, whenever Survivor's around, I guess I'll help
He's
out.
got a vacation now.
Like, are you snap?
Well, he's not doing Survivor anymore anyway. No, what I usually just say to him is like, I go, Bueller, and then he answers me. I think he realizes I'm getting to the point. Sometimes I forget I have texted. But like, a lot of my my mom will say, I text Jane, he didn't answer me back. I go, well, you don't feel special about it. That's just what Jay does. Now I'll be honest. He's been better of late.
Oh,
he's been better of late. So
I noticed that too. When I text him, he rarely responds. But if I put it in the Ramblecast chat, he usually chimes in there.
Yeah, you guys blew that up the other day. I'm like going, what the fuck?
Oh, the Ford Bronco talk.
See, I almost got a Ford Bronco once, but then I realized it's not a great escape vehicle if you kill somebody.
Yeah,
I decided not to get it.
Oh, I gotta send you.
Yeah,
The new Ford Bronco, aka the Xterra that banged a Jeep Wrangler, and had a
really
for people in the chat and anybody else that's listening, you're not missing out on anything. It's just a bunch of dudes talking about trucks. It's fucking boring as shit. So,
well, I hadn't been on Facebook because I had my grandson that day, and I go, what the fuck is all these messages? I go, God, it's like when we had the joint one. He's still looking for the killer. He's still on the golf course looking for the killer. But anyway.
So, what do you guys think of the lighting in here?
It looks fine.
very romantic.
It's hard to tell from a webcam, but it's fine.
It's a little pinkish on this.
I mean, like,
It is. I got a new light bulb. I actually ordered two, but they sent me the wrong one of them. So
essentially a Mustafar bulb.
it's a BR30 light bulb. So, no, this is just a recessed. This is the one that doesn't work, but the one that's up there now is like a smart bulb, right? So
I love those smart bulbs. Those
different colors. So what color do you think looks best? This is the red.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to the dark side, dude. I
Oh,
don't
you
want
can
to
change
say anything.
Cool.
Magenta.
Looks like you're in Amsterdam.
Not magenta, no.
Red light district.
Amsterdam is like a little. It's just kind of is that a blue or is it
purple's
a
kind of cool.
purple?
I think Amsterdam's pretty cool. I like the scenery and stuff, but as in, if you want a good time, like a freaky time, go to Copenhagen.
Copenhagen? Isn't it
Copenhagen has an area called Christiania.
Wait, isn't it Copenhagen?
However you want to say it. Copenhagen.
I'm just asking. I'm not.
It's Copenhagen if you chew.
Yeah.
Oh,
But there's an
man.
area there in the town that's kind of like a
I just like
lawless
triggered
area.
Chris at just that one like moment.
It's good.
I need fiberglass directly to my blood.
All right, and here.
The pink
Yeah.
looks good. Makes you look younger because it's
Oh yeah, really. This is like a pinkish purple.
Mhm.
yeah.
We'll stick with that. Or I'm making a T-Mobile commercial, one or the other. We supposed to have red. This is now we're in the red light district.
Nice.
Yeah,
What you
that's
need to
not
do
bad.
is get with the program. I mentioned this before we recorded. Jack now has a green screen, which is awesome. I've got a green screen. It's 2-1, dude. Or 2-2 right now. And
Yeah.
ultimately, all four of us have a green screen.
It was only like $80.
Yours is $80. Mine wasn't that much.
I sent the other stand back and got the 2 stands.
Oh yeah, you got to stand. Mine is held up by rafters. I just have like a couple clips where it.
What I was thinking and what I should have done is got some retractable things on my. Put it on
Oh yeah. So
because it's a pain in the ass to all that different. But when I sent the other thing back, I didn't send back the clips. I kept the clips. Fuck you, Amazon.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck Amazon. So like, they sent me the wrong shit today. So I got this one over here. This is the colorful light, and this one over here is just bright as shit. So next week I'll have like full on color. It's gonna be great.
Well, I have the studio lights now too. The lights that light up the thing. And when I first got it, one of the lights didn't work, so I just sent it back. I said, you know what? Fuck you, Amazon. I'm keeping one of the light bulbs. And I'm usually not that way, but I just said, it's not my fault. Fuck you.
By the way,
Just a rant cast.
I know. I wanted to mention to Douglas, who chimed in about like 5 minutes ago. What did I miss, guys? I'm like, just a bunch of white dudes complaining about.
Basically,
shit.
that's what.
That's what you missed. But welcome to the
Why
show. Thanks for joining.
While we're on social media, I forgot that I got a tweet from David Gott today, a message saying, I said hello to you in 2009. You have not responded to me.
Wow.
And I said, I got a tweet from, and he showed me 2009 that I never responded to him. And I said, I'm pacing myself. I only say hello to people on Twitter once a year. You're due in 2025.
Yeah.
He goes, well, I'm still waiting for the damn pork chop or something like that. He was responded back.
It's not like you haven't seen him at a Raleigh meetup. So
Well, he was right. I did not respond to his hello. I just said, fuck you. So
It's so typical Jack.
I know.
Yep.
I only say happy birthday to people. I don't say hello.
There's a lot of things like that that just irk you though. Like, I would write into the Jay and Jack when y'all doing the Lost podcast, and not once did my email ever get read on air.
Oh yeah.
I had a couple get read.
And then it becomes like personal. It's like, I'm just going to keep writing until they finally freaking leave.
I did respond to you though, didn't I?
Yeah, well, yeah, you always did. It was always just like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Our thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
No. I tried to. Because some of them I'd go. There was some I go. I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. I go.
Yeah. I was actually on a podcast with Jack and called in, and Jay still didn't play my call. So, but whatever. Fuck it. It's just water under the bridge. I'm on the network now, so I made it.
I mean, I was on Lindelof and Cuse's video podcast, so you guys can all fucking suck
That's
it.
true. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
we never quite beat them. So
thanks for laying down.
we were one step behind them.
The metaphorical dick in the room.
Sherry said she had a few that got read. So there you go.
I would believe that. Sherry is a smart lady. So very savvy. And she will cut you. Like you turn your back on Sherry, and she's right there, digging that knife into your back.
And we've entered the portion of the show where Matt panders to the fans to keep them as wanting him to be this favorite podcaster in the group.
Exactly.
Well, at that point, we should probably just not take a break, but talk about something completely different. I've been really missing football or just sports in general. Squirrels.
Yeah.
Squirrels. Squirrels are gone, by the way. The squirrels.
They moved to Colorado and brought the plague with them. Thanks.
Pretty much. Okay.
So that.
Seriously. Fuck you, 2020. But happy side note, Ruth Bader Ginsburg has been discharged from the hospital.
I read that.
Yeah, I saw that.
That woman, she's a strong one.
She's a fucking tank.
Yeah, she's just. I mean, what does she weigh? 80 pounds.
Yeah,
Soaking wet.
Yeah.
And
okay, so I can measure things in squirrel now, and she's probably like 15 squirrels, maybe tops.
So you're saying if you were going to kidnap her, it'd be a challenge.
It would be okay.
Squirrel
Squirrel
weighs like
update.
3 pounds.
Like I don't know where I was at on my squirrel trapping last show or whenever that occurred, but I'm up to 13 squirrels. and a raccoon, and that's it. I'm done.
13.
I'm done because they haven't been coming around, and that's
the
fine.
word got out.
I know, right? And they're not fucking around my
They
yard.
said this crazy Karen guy is stealing all the squirrels.
I would play music for them. No, never mind. I'm not going to get into my squirrel trapping. So,
What do you put in there for squirrel?
did you put face mask on your face or your mask on the eyes?
Just being super safe. That's all.
Gotcha. Cover it up. Corn. Put corn in the.
Okay.
as a-
Corn's a good one. Corn's a good one. Well, actually, those damn squirrels eat anything.
What I was going to talk about was sports, or the lack thereof sports, and missing sports. And so I was rewatching the League, and not that show is anywhere near like actually sports related, because it's just fantasy football. But they do have a lot of like players on there and people.
Oh, yeah.
In them. So I like a lot of comedians on that show, although I don't.
They mentioned the San Diego Chargers a few times.
I don't know if I'm always like laugh out loud funny with it though. Like there's certain times where I'm just kind of like, okay. But I love Rafi. I think he's like the best character ever. Like, and there are 2 episodes in the entire series that focus just on a Rafi story, and I still think that's probably like
He's funny, but he plays the same character on every show he's on.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, but
it's
I
fun.
still enjoy him. So
It's like Jason Bateman. Yeah.
Bateman?
Bateman. Yeah. Bateman plays the
Yeah,
same
he-
character every time.
Even in
Jason Bateman is the same character in everything he plays.
even in
Ever.
even in what's that the serious show he's on?
Teen Wolf 2.
No, not TV. What's that show he does where he's a accountant in Missouri?
Footloose.
Ozark.
Ozark. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I haven't.
I mean,
watched that
because
yet.
my wife goes,
I should
But he's
pick
the
up
same
something
guy he
better
plays.
to watch than the League, but sometimes
I
you're
watched-
just going.
I watched
Yeah, go ahead.
Palm Springs last night
Oh yeah, I'd seen
with
that.
Andy
Was on-
Samborg.
Did that just appear on Hulu? By the way.
It's a Hulu original. Yeah, it
Okay.
came out the 10th, I think. Because my wife and I have been. She goes, "Well, let's watch that Tom Hanks movie that's on Apple." I said, "Okay."
Oh,
Want
yeah,
to No. So we still haven't. I said, "Can I watch it without you?" No. But she'll watch everything without me. But that's okay. I'm not bitter.
I'd like to watch it. I don't have Apple TV though.
Wait,
But
what's
yeah.
that? What's the Tom Hanks movie?
Great.
He's in
Gray
Dust
something.
Boats. Dust Boats.
It's
the sequel.
Gray Wolves, Gray Hounds,
Yeah.
Gray something.
He's a submarine pilot.
No, he's a
what they-
destroyer. He's a destroyer captain.
A destroyer? Is that what
Yeah.
it is?
Yeah.
I don't know where I get submarine.
I mean, because the submarines are hunting them. But basically, he's a captain on either just a regular destroyer or like a convoy protection. And
And then I saw the clip, and some guy jumps on the ship and says, "I'm the captain now."
right.
Right?
There's a show. I don't know if we've talked about it. I know that I've talked about it with other people before. Have y'all watched Dark on Netflix?
Season 1, I got to watch the next 2 seasons, but it's excellent.
Yeah, like Dark is basically Stranger Things meets Lost, but you have to pay attention every single second.
Well, because if you don't, you'll miss the subtitles.
Well, that too. Yeah, it's in German, but they've dubbed. You can watch subtitles, or you can listen to it dubbed in English.
I've done it.
It's like,
both
basically,
ways.
it's the same actor, like the one male actor and one female that does the entire dubbing, so it's the same voice all the time.
Well, when I first watched it, I was like going, "Is it me or is it?" I thought it was like the words were off. I said, "What is wrong?" I didn't realize it was a German thing. I'm like, going,
yeah.
"Oh, it's German. Got it."
How
It
is
is-
the dub? Is the dub good?
No, I mean the dub.
No,
it works.
it's terrible.
It works. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
one female actress that dubs every single actress, and it's one male that does every single male. And so, if you don't mind that, you're not gonna hear any emotion out of it, but you'll get it. But it is a very good show. And by the 5th episode, you finally start to figure out what's going on, and then you'll sit there and go, "Fuck, I need to start over again," but you don't.
Yeah.
And then you'll get to the entire first season, and then you go like, "Fuck, I really need to watch this over again," because that's how complex it is. You're like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, I got to watch. Also, is it Michaela? She's a detective. Michaela McKinnon. I don't know. I've watched the first 2 seasons. I'm watching old shows instead of going back and watching shows I should be watching. But anyway, the Palm Springs movie, Andy Samborg, it's a different type. He plays a different character. and it's a comedy, but it's got some heart to it. But if you haven't seen it, watch it. It's entertaining. It's interesting. He's in a time loop. It's almost like Groundhog Day and Russian Doll, a little bit like that. But it's I enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. And there are some laugh out louds moments.
Is Sandberg any good in a role like that?
I thought he was because you start forgetting that he's kind of that wacky guy he plays, and but he was more of he had more of a serious part to it. I mean, he had some funny parts. You're muted, Matt.
Have you ever seen Hot Rod?
Marcella, thank you, Sherry.
You mean the GoBot?
No, Hot Rod, the Andy Samberg.
That. Yeah.
Or Never Stop Stopping. It's probably different than that.
I've seen Hot Rod, I think.
Never Stop Stopping.
It's probably 100% different from what you're talking about, but I just want to see if you saw it. That's all.
And anyone in the chat, has anyone in the chat seen Palm Springs?
Nope.
No, but what they do want to see is a commercial slapped right here. Oh, that was good. Thanks for that commercial break. It was good, long, and hearty. America.
Ooh, long and hearty. America.
I've seen
There
that
was a
painting
there
before.
was a-
I don't remember who it's by though.
I don't want to spoil the ending, but I wish you guys had seen it because I wanted to talk about it. I figured one of you had watched it. Anyway.
What was that? Sometimes I just do things because I know that Sherry's going to take a screen capture of
Oh, right.
Matthew in the chat said he enjoyed Palm Springs a lot. So you see, could they have done something different with the ending though, Matt? If you know what I'm talking about.
Don't spoil. No spoilers. No spoilers.
No, just say yes or no. That's all you have to say.
That's all you have to do.
Like
Thumbs
you're going to
up,
watch
thumbs
it.
down. Me? I'm going to watch it. Fuck yeah, I'm going to watch it.
Did you ever finish Man in High Castle?
No,
We're-
because
yeah,
I don't have a
we're-
prime. I don't have a prime.
We're still waiting for you to
membership
finish it so
Oh,
we can
okay.
do that podcast on it.
right now. That's up to you guys at this point. Okay.
The last season was excellent.
It was, yeah. I thought the third was a bit of a lull, but the fourth came back pretty strong.
Yeah.
I actually wanted more. There's definitely some things that they could have kept going
Yeah.
with in the fourth.
You can tell that it's like, okay, this is too expensive.
That's what I did. They just said, like, okay, let's finish it up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the whole
Sherry saw it.
John, what do you call it?
John Wick?
No, and Man in the High Castle, John's like storyline, I should say. I fucking thought was pretty awesome.
It was.
It was one of those things where I was like, oh,
And he's in
Okay.
that actor's in everything.
yes, he's in one of my favorite movies of all time. In that's Dark City.
Dark City.
You know
How
what it
come
was?
you taste
He's
so dark?
he's in Victoria.
I
Victor.
don't think I've seen that.
Victoria.
Yeah,
And
if you haven't seen Dark City, you need to watch it. It's from 1998.
Oh yeah, Dark
Right in high
City
school.
is really good.
I think I've seen Dark City.
Good.
Yeah, I think I just actually read an article. I think that was ranked number one. It was like 90s
Yeah,
sci-fi.
underrated films.
90s underrated sci-fi films. Yeah, this was number one. Yeah.
He was
I-
also
I-
the Judy.
It's an unusual
Garland show.
movie. But it's got bones. So
And me and my buddy Jamie, I think we were in high school when the movie came out. When did it come out? It was either in high school or it was like right in between
98. You were in high school.
And I graduated in 98.
How fucking
So
old are
when
Matt
did-
and I? If you were in high
Ancient.
school.
When was it released? Whatever.
Let's just
Doesn't
say
matter.
color film wasn't out yet.
who graduated in what year? Just lay it on the table. So
Yeah, I mean,
Released,
I was-
you were 95, Matt, right?
yeah,
I was
thank
par-
you.
I,
That's
I was I was paroled in 1980.
So it was it was released in February of
Get the
90.
fuck out of here. We're done with you.
Yeah. So I remember my buddy Jamie and I, like we used to get
Does it
high.
have nude scenes?
He's not watching unless it's.
We used to get
No,
high
I'm just
during
saying the way he's high school and
yeah, that's so funny
No.
though, because I'm thinking like 80s standards Jack. He's like, is there nudity?
Yeah.
no, but I'm just saying the way
Is this like Porky's?
Because I graduated in 95.
I want to watch
Nick's,
Meatballs.
Nick's clearly a stalker. He has this on a case file for me.
No, it's just
Well, you-
guessing. I know how old you are, so I was like, okay, it's got to be like 95. Yeah.
Oh, that was
So-
pretty good.
There are two movies in that time frame. I think they were both in the same time where my buddy Jamie and I used to go get high and go to the movies, and it was this one in Flubber.
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 Is that with Robin Williams?
Man, couldn't be more diametrically opposed.
Not the original Flubber, which is better than the
No. The Robin Williams version. But it was those two movies that I remember. It was like we're in our senior year. I think we may have like ditched school and like gone to the movies or whatever. But I remember just getting stoned and going to see those flicks and watching Dark City and being like,
whoa.
There's a screenshot for Sherry.
So have you only seen it high? So it could.
No,
suck.
I've seen it since. Okay,
all right.
Fantastic film. I highly recommend it.
Because I've told my story about they call him Bruce, seeing that high and saying how funny it was, and then everyone getting pissed because they would go see it and they go, "Movie sucked." I go, "What are you talking about?" And then I went and saw it sober and went, "Oh yeah, okay."
Do you like Terry Gilliam?
Yeah,
I know the name. Yeah.
Definitely that style of direction.
Do you like 12 Monkeys?
Who doesn't love 12 Monkeys? 12
Well,
Squirrels.
I just think about like the artistic style of 12 Monkeys.
The story of Franklin, Indiana.
I'm going to get myself in trouble here.
Okay.
I've never seen 12 Monkeys.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, I mean it's
It's a sci-fi.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's like the best movie ever, but it's
Yeah, but it's good.
Who's in it?
Brad
it's
Pitt.
no it's no
Okay.
flubber. I mean, like, when you're thinking
It's definitely no
about
flubber.
No flubber when you're stoned. No, it's not that.
no
Brad
but-
Pitt, Bruce
Yeah,
Willis,
so much
and
fun watching
Okay, yeah, I've seen it. Yes.
what's her name? She was in
Who's your daddy?
I forget what her name is.
Cover of 97. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I want to watch Flubber again just for shit.
I kind of do too. You know, and the crazy thing is it like it's green, man. The flubber's green.
The original Flubber is blue, isn't
Think about it.
We have derailed.
Think about it. We have when have we ever been on rails?
That's true. Oh yeah, the speaking of rails, the season finale
Hey-o.
of Snowpiercer was Sunday night.
Was that a good? Did that end up being good?
It-
show?
It's hit and miss. It's definitely, you can tell it's a series that they're trying to find its path or stretch out a little bit. I thought the ending ended pretty well, but there's definitely a few episodes you're like, I don't really care.
It's just kind of chugging along, kind of.
It's just chugging along, yeah. But it's just because it's just different than the movie, a lot different than the movie. And
Well, the movie was excellent.
it's uncanny, Matt. It's like looking in a mirror. You get two of you there.
I love it. It's the Japanese movie
Oh,
poster.
it is, yeah.
he looks like more like Robin Williams now.
Only the best.
Is that too soon?
for our
Oh,
client.
right. Yeah.
If you tuned in, you should enjoy the
The green flubber.
correct.
You guys are making me want to get a green screen.
It's pretty sweet.
And all Jack has done is play with the squirrel. So there's more
Buy
potential.
anything else? If I buy something else, I'm getting into a lot of trouble. I can't buy anything else.
Okay.
I just went to the bank today. Oh, Kate.
That's Alex.
Oh, Alex. Oh, she works. She wins too. I just went to the bank today and took out a loan. I'm redoing all the windows. It's happening.
Oh, nice. Is it?
What because they're old,
More
cracked?
energy
the
efficient.
Exactly. So all the windows in my house are all from 1980, including the slider on the back. But I don't care. I don't think anybody gives a fuck about this. But in Massachusetts, there's a program called Mass Save. So if you're doing like home improvements for energy efficiency,
Matt's Hole, Mass Save.
yes, exactly. You can get interest for your loans for 7 years. So
Oh, nice.
I did that when I replaced the furnace and the hot water heater. I got a 7-year no interest loan for it, which is great.
So they're the weather type windows, energy efficient windows.
Energy Star windows.
Yeah, I read something where they said it's a waste of money to do that, but if you want to do it, go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, I have single pane windows in the house, so it doesn't.
Well, I read something saying the money you spend on the windows, you'll never get back on.
It's just the way you said it, Jack.
You know what?
I've got single pane glass windows in my house, so they are sieves for
Right.
you know,
And
for
I know what you mean because I do have some of those. So You know, I understand what Jack's saying, but then in the moment, it's like you'd rather have warmer. Jack's just glitching out on us.
No.
But you know, in the moment though, don't you want double of everything? So double pain, double.
Yes.
Yes. So
No, I would probably do it also because our windows suck.
Well, I mean, if you look,
our house was built in 2000, whatever it was built.
yeah, and Randy brings up a good point. You live in fucking North Carolina. I live in like the 78 different climates of New England.
What the fuck are you talking about here? It's like it's the heat just comes flying in here because it's so goddamn hot, and the wintertime is so damn cold here.
It's not cold North Carolina.
It gets cold here in North. Fuck off!
Oh,
It gets cold here in
shit.
North Carolina.
Cold North Carolina.
Oh my God, it's 38 degrees.
Man, you just started
on a
a
wind
pissing
jacket.
match.
There's been times it got down to 9, like 8 single digits. So
How many snowplows do you have in
single
Raleigh?
digits. Single digits?
it's like 3 snowplows.
Yeah, exactly. There's 3 snowplows
Well,
for
okay.
the entire metropolitan area of Raleigh. There's
There's
3 snowplows for my fucking neighborhood.
There's 1 snowplow and two that have a truck that have a plow in the front of it. So technically,
You have two snowplow trucks?
I don't know.
Yeah, double of anything. It always works.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just fucking.
One of them's
I
a
don't know.
Zamboni.
You plow it from the front and then you plow it from the back.
Hi-yo.
Yeah, that sounds like a good party.
No, but you know, real talk for the windows. Like right now, if you go upstairs, like the air conditioning's on the house, which is I fucking love air conditioning. The inside of the windows are all fogged up, right? Just because they're all not weatherized or single pane. And I'm literally pumping air conditioning out to my backyard right now. So
I'm doing it in my attic.
Well, that's a good deal. I mean, I was just giving you, but I just read it one time. But if, like I said, that's on my list of things to do. Well, I'm gonna get solar panels before I do that. But
I'm really excited because I'm gonna get for the slider for the out to the back deck. I'm gonna get one of those doors that has like the blinds
like little
inside the glass.
those like little hamburgers, sliders. Is that what you're getting?
Sliding glass door.
There you go. That's what it's called.
I'm gonna get the one that's got the blinds inside the glass, so you don't have to worry
Really?
about having Venetian.
I didn't know that.
Wouldn't it technically be a slider? A slider?
Slider.
Yeah.
Slide door.
So you're saying the double is a double pane glass.
shut the door.
So you're saying the blind. I didn't know that blinds would. Huh. Well, how do you open and close them?
There's a little button latch on the actual physical door. You flip it up, and you can actually raise them up, or you can close the blinds over.
Now, are they solar? Because they have solar blinds now.
They're not solar.
Okay. Well, I guess you hate.
But
go ahead.
yeah, it's terrible. But no, I'm pretty excited. 'Cause that means I can take the goddamn curtains off of the back wall, and I can have the blinds in the glass.
They don't, because curtains just collect dust.
Oh.
They really do, and they block my goddamn AC vent sometimes too.
I know when I was working on the studio, and I went these dark. I went, holy crap! Look at the dust up here.
Matt, there is nothing on your screen right now.
Now he's literally in the Brady Bunch right now.
I know, I did. That's what I did. I pulled the blue.
Oh, I see. There you go. I thought this is like a weather forecast gone wrong for a second.
We did have some sad news. A lot of famous people died this week.
Yeah. What's his name from Mythbusters? That's
I didn't know who he was, but I saw.
Yeah,
Grant.
Only 49. But what did he die of?
They didn't release the.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
I knew that. Shit, I forgot her name now. The actress died.
Kelly Preston.
Kelly Preston died. Yeah,
When I read that, I said I didn't know she was sick, and it's like,
she kept it. She kept it completely quiet.
Had a mad crush on Kelly Preston back in the day.
Oh yeah, she was.
You know what I'm talking
Because
about?
like it was Space Camp was the first thing I ever saw her in, and then
God.
then you had Twins. Space Camp.
Oh my god, I was obsessed with that movie, and it was terrible.
Oh, people are saying that guy died of brain aneurysm.
He had a brain aneurysm.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit!
By the way, thank you, Miami Mike, for being the one sober person in the room.
Since when did that ever happen?
I know, right?
But no, I just
You met Mike?
Yeah, I know. I've never, obviously never met Kelly, but she always seemed like a very nice, genuine person. So
That's what everyone's saying that she's one of the nice. I mean, everyone that's been on the news, you heard is that she was one of the nicest people you would ever meet. But that's basically the last movie she was in was that Gotti movie that John Travolta was in, and then that's basically right after that's when she got diagnosed and she just disappeared.
I don't want to make insinuations, but is Travolta still heavy into the whole?
Yeah, they both were. That's why they made the movie.
Crazy shit.
Scientology.
Yeah,
let's just put it out on the table.
I just hope that isn't some type of like aversion to modern medicine.
Oh, I don't think so. I think they can do all the medicine stuff.
Okay,
I'm not sure. I told you guys
that was my first thought. So
I told you guys that there's. Go ahead.
No, I'm about to change the subject, so you go.
There's a huge Church of Scientology on Hollywood Boulevard in LA, like down from the Chinese Theater. And Cliff and I would purposely walk by it every time we were down there because they always have like 3 or 4 people out there wanting you to take that test, where you grab the rods and they see if you.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm not grabbing your rods. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it tells you whatever, and some days they would be like gun ho looking at Cliff and I like, hey, you guys, and then some days you could tell like they were like judging us going, oh, they're not worthy of it. And like, it was like, it always made us curious of like, are they going to pick us today? Or are they not going to pick us?
Weird.
Can we join the cult today or can we not join the cult today?
Do we live up to your standards?
Yeah.
Well, one look at Cliff, you're like going, come on. Dude would buy one hot dog. So it's like, come on.
Yeah. Cliff would be that guy who just.
Yeah, with the water bottle.
He would just ruin it for them anyway. They didn't because he'd want to know everything about it. Like, oh, this is a 2020 volt type thing, huh? And then and he would just like, sir, could you please leave? Like, we really don't want you.
Yeah. Kayla mentioned that I didn't know. She said she was back. I didn't know she left, but she said Naya Rivera from Glee. That was. I said, oh my.
Oh right, yeah.
That circumstance.
Or read the transcripts from the interview that they released of her son.
Well, he said that he saw her mommy didn't come back to the boat.
She saved him.
Yes.
Like threw him on. So this is I didn't read this. This is I'm told someone read there or listened to the interview or whatever that she mustered the energy to throw him back onto the boat.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't understand. Like, 'cause I don't know anything about it. I know that she drowned. That they found the body. Like, was she at the dock or was she shot in the water or what?
I guess they have Riptide type things. I didn't know they had riptides in lakes. That's how stupid I am. But Sherry posted something in about the carbon monoxide coming from the back of the boat. I'm not a boater, so I didn't know that either.
No.
Okay. So, but she did. Like I said, she saved her son.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I felt bad because there was a life jacket on that she wasn't wearing. Yeah,
you always got to wear it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he had one in. She did. You can go without it if you have other people there that can. But she was just with her and her son, and as I said, "Oh my God!" Out.
So was it just she and him on the lake?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
My first thought was foul play because that's what you.
Right. Yeah. There's always somebody.
Yeah, but no, she just like I said, that's the last thing. Luckily, her son's young enough that he might not remember it he's 4.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know, but it's like how can you? That's a rough thing. I really feel bad for it because from what everyone said, she was a really great mom. So it's been a sad week for people.
Well, Ruth Bader Ginsburg discharged from the hospital, so we got that going for us.
She's like the Terminator. She's not going anywhere.
I always like that. Is a video or a picture of her with like 3-pound weights. Doing the bench press. Like, you go, girl.
Have you seen with the Saturday Night Live at Home when what's her name did Bader Ginsburg?
Kate McKinnon.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. No, that was good stuff. So.
Oh, there's 3 private chats. I haven't even looked. Let's have a look.
Well, you missed the one. I like that Nick had a good one.
Yeah, if you haven't been reading the private chats, then you've been missing out, bud. There's so many things to keep up with on this show. There's backgrounds, name changes, people in the chat. I mean, this is a regular who's who of what's and podcast YouTube.
So, Nick, speaking of private comments and pictures being shared, which none are being shared here, but before I went on vacation, you shared with me a picture of Bonnie McMurray.
Oh, heck yeah.
And I have been sharing the shit out of that picture, and she's crushing a high life.
No, it's actually a Corona.
No, it's not.
I'm going to
Yes,
leave
yeah.
for this conversation.
The first time I thought, that's why I sent it to you, because I thought it was a High Life as well until I really zoomed in on it, and it is a Corona because you
I
can
did
see
the same thing,
you can
and
see the white and the blue label.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't
Yeah.
believe it.
Crushing Chris's dreams. Yeah.
That's still Bonnie McMurray.
Still Bonnie McMurray. Smoke
Now,
show.
I don't know, dude. I don't think that's a.
Who is she?
So
I know, I saw her.
she's kind of like a background character or a side character in the show that Chris really hyped up a few months back called Letterkenny, which is based in Canada.
Oh, okay. I know you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I know.
Pretty sure.
But yeah, she's a smoke show. Like
I love her.
yeah. Like
Why is
I
there
would
a
say-
penis on
it,
Matt's back of his
yeah,
screen?
yeah, it does look like a weird. It's like
It does look
C3PO's penis out there. It's
Yeah.
just like a gold plated.
It's like curling penis there.
C3PO's dick. Episode title: C3PO's Johnson.
Okay. Oh, but what? I know. I hate that. I don't know. We can argue about that. What beer she's drinking, but
I don't want
doesn't
to.
matter.
I just want to pretend it's a high life.
Yeah, I didn't know who she was when you guys sent the picture. I didn't know.
So we did not get high lives for the vacation.
Oh.
We ended up getting Miller, as we call them, Miller lattes. So just
Miller lattes.
tons and tons and tons and tons of Miller Lite.
I just not a light beer fan.
it's usually my go-to if I just want to drink it, and just for drinking. It's Miller Lite
Yeah.
usually. But yeah, I mean, if I want a good beer, I mean, I'll get a good beer. But like this is just.
Oh, Matt, welcome back.
Welcome back. A nice, great big
Yeah,
penis you have back.
we named the episode title after your background.
Yeah.
Oh, really? What did you name it?
C3PO's dick.
Okay, sounds like I need to change my background. But I thought it was kind of like a Jeff Koons kind of like sculpture, you know?
You just grabbed C3PO's dick. I saw that.
You're peddling the balls there. Yeah.
Sir, let go.
Actually-
Yeah.
There's actually two.
R2, he's got my dick.
It's pretty good. That was
Fine. I'm
Jack.
going to
Well
leave.
done. That was awesome.
Thank you.
No bees knees tonight,
Also, he's
Randy.
on my dick.
I'm drinking this Pabst Blue Ribbon
Ash Blue Ribbon. When did you become a redneck?
hard coffee.
Oh, hard God.
It's delicious. It's so good. It's like a little
Is it alcohol?
think frappuccino, but with some alcohol added. So it's
Does it come in men's?
no, it doesn't come in mint. Just
Oh.
regular. I think it's got some milk, sugar.
Does it have your like initials on the top when it like a little creamer?
What?
Like a little cream, like a latte when they put the little.
Do they write your
No.
name incorrectly on the side of the can when you
They
drink it?
don't do that, but you can do that yourself. It's delicious. I've been enjoying it. It's been my new summertime treat since the bee's knees. So, and just the
Do
fact that
you get it on Amazon?
no, I just go to my local Kroger.
I would venture a guess that would get fewer votes than the bee's knees.
I would think
Probably, yeah, for
I
sure.
forgot about that.
So-
Oh, no, we already did that.
Did we have one last versus?
No, we
Or were
didn't.
we done?
No, the cookie one that's a year old. Someone brought it back, and I was
I know,
whine about that.
I
Oh my
Jeez.
God,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Yep.
When I saw that, I said, "Come on, people!"
Well, I mean, even
And
though
they
Matt
still
never
haven't
said
listened.
grandma's homemade chocolate chip, that's what is stuck, is that it's grandma's homemade chocolate chip.
And it would have won too. It would have fucking killed. But
What if
you
my
guys,
grandma made shitty cookies?
look, you guys had to go to your whole like corporate, like we got to have some corporate structure. It's got to be Chips
Well,
Ahoy or like
Sponsorship.
the Pizza or Elf,
Game
like,
over.
real fudge and like all this like corporate bullshit. You guys have been taken over by the fat cats in Washington D.C. and that's why
I wasn't on here promoting Pabst Blue
You're
Ribbon
drinking
crap.
Pabst
Exactly.
Blue Ribbon.
Yeah.
In fact, you held up the can and showed everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? You're just
You
like
just plugged it. Yeah.
you're like a Trump right now, holding up a can of Goya.
From the land of sky blue waters. I think that's the Pabst Blue Ribbon song.
Oh,
Ivanka holding it like she's cupping the balls of a can of Goya.
I know, no kidding. Yeah, can you get it any closer? Is it still hairy? Anyway,
That's
all I
actually
gotta say.
that's actually a what's her name? Ivanka. That Ivanka who did that, the Goya thing. That's actually a ethics violation.
Dude,
she's
the
technically.
asshole in the Oval Office did the same thing with a lineup of the products on the
Oh, did
resolution.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an ethics violation because you're not allowed as a member of the government to endorse any product.
Dude, he has a picture of him on the Resolute desk with like a shit ton of Goya products on it, and he's doing this.
Has this ever mattered before with this?
No.
So okay, like it's like no.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
you did an ethics violation just now too. I mean, according to the Jay and Jack rules.
Oh,
Yeah, there
really?
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only Chris can actually hawk
Promote.
products. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's in his
So-
contract. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, again, you can promote it, but don't be bitch about us doing stuff when you're the biggest promoter here. So, right?
Me?
I'm talking to you. You came in here with your high horse. I'm not the corporate guy. Hey, have you seen my new drink? Hey, you know I'm right.
People you have behind
It's
you.
my new Windows.
Oh yeah. Okay.
These are Karens.
Oh okay. I was just curious. I'm like, who-
This is
Matt
a-
Trace says Trump ethics violation. What?
right.
So true. Fucking piece of shit. Oh, not you, Matt. Not you.
Oh, you don't know.
Thanks a lot.
Here's
Thanks.
a
Oh, look at Matt Trace, dude. Oh, for fuck's sake. Take that shit down.
I've never heard of it. So
Yeah.
You heard of Goya?
Well, you shit from
You have
California. It's
never
freaking
heard of
everywhere.
Dude, you lived in San Diego.
Yeah.
yeah, that's great.
Of-
I probably did. I'm just like going. I can't keep track of it.
you can
There's,
put your dick in
there's so much stuff that we have to boycott. I can't keep track. I can't.
I know. It is what it is. I'm not
Well, like my wife ordered. We had our two daughters over,
cancel culture.
and one of the son-in-laws were over, and the two grandkids were over. So my wife ordered from San Jose, and she's ordered. She goes, someone wanted an enchilada. She called it an alcalini, and then
Right.
and then chimichanga was. I go. Finally, I said, "What the fuck? You're from North. You were born in California."
Yeah. Have a quesadilla.
Well, she called it quesadilla because of but everything she said, even carne asada. I go, how did you
Dang,
fuck up
Napoleon,
carne
each
asada?
jalapeno.
Quesadilla.
So the whole time I
quesadilla
was-
with extra jalapenos.
So I was ordering. I said, here's your
Jalapeno, Nick.
granada.
Yeah.
Here's your granada. Because when people go to San Diego, you see like La Jolla, they call La Jolla,
Right.
Escondido. They can never figure that one out. I mean, Cuyamaca. There's because it's all Spanish Indian names. So anyway,
Well, come to Massachusetts if you want to
Oh,
have
God,
hard to pronounce names, city names.
Well, even like it was actually, I think it was on because every now and then when I get bored, I watch a Game Show Network, and it was on Family Feud, where it was like, what state is the state this people are most concerned about misspelling, and it was Massachusetts.
because it's a pain in the ass. It's too fucking long.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ready? We're gonna go through the 10 most commonly mispronounced Massachusetts town names. Here, let me find it.
Do it. This sounds like fun.
Got some
That was-
viewers here.
I think that was sarcastic. I did want to talk about Hamilton though.
Yeah, I watched that as well. Yeah, like you have to watch it with the subtitles on or the closed captioning. It makes it a lot better, I think.
Well, Jay had a viewing party at his house, and he was getting upset with his kids and the grandkids, the other kids. I go, Jay, it's fine. It's fine. And he's turning up the sound. He was being protective of his show. I didn't think it was
Why didn't they just, if he was upset about it, why didn't they handle it like a gentleman's duel?
that's what I thought. But he did, but he shot up. So
Oh,
I didn't think I was going to
wasted
like it.
shot.
I didn't think I was going to like it, but I actually liked it.
Yeah, I
You didn't think
can't.
you'd like it. You're
I
just
can't
kinda
stand-
going in- Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Because it's musical.
Oh, okay.
I can't stand musicals, but I did watch this, and I made it. And then as soon as the freaking intermission showed up, I was like, "Oh my god, it's only halfway done!" But I did enjoy it.
Well, the beginning they really let you know that it's about Alexander Hamilton because they
Oh,
say
yeah,
his
no
name
doubt.
like 50
Alexander
times.
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton.
A lot of it I knew, but I'm not a big. Even though Jay gave me the book, I've read the first part of the book is boring because it's him as a kid, and I just can't get into the book. So I'm trying to read it. I'm like going. And Jay goes, "How do you find it boring?" His story as a child was boring. I mean, I know he went through a lot. He was an orphan, a bastard, all that other stuff, and his mom was a hooker, whore, and all that. I get it. I get it because I've seen the movie now, or the thing. But I enjoy a lot of talented people on that.
Yeah, the guy who plays Thomas Jefferson is the main character in Snowpiercer.
Oh, really? He's also in Blackish.
Snowpiercer.
But the guy that plays King George. Now we've all seen Mindhunter.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, Mindhunter. Yeah,
Is he
actually,
in Mindhunter?
yeah, a little bit.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, the guy plays that's what. Before I even
He plays
watched,
Holden on Mindhunter.
yeah, Holden. Yeah. Before I even watched
Also,
Hamilton,
from Frozen.
the one, Christoph, yeah, the one review, I was like, aside from the spittle on King George's mouth, solid play, and
I guess he did it. I guess he did it on purpose.
I don't know, but like you see, it's like early in the film, like his first appearance when he's singing, you just see like this
No,
big
he
piece of
did-
phlegm come on his lips and it just hangs there forever, and you're like,
Fine.
Colin or Jay said he drank a bottle of water before he goes out there. He does it on purpose.
oh, okay.
Oh,
But if you watched him, and we've all, like I said, if you haven't seen Mindhunters, you should watch it. But the character he plays in Mindhunters is I didn't know he was in. I've never seen Frozen, so I didn't know he was a singer in Frozen. He's amazing, and he was funny. But the part where he's talking about spoiler alert, he's talking about John Adams, and he when he's talking about John Adams, it's almost. Have you guys seen the miniseries John Adams?
Of course.
When John Adams meets King George, it's almost the way he's
Right.
looking, it's almost like spot on to how they did it in
Right.
That-
Although that was neat too. Yeah, like I was like, oh yeah, that little man I met all those years ago, he's now president.
he's right though, because you went from
Yeah.
George Washington
Yeah.
to John Adams was a very brilliant, smart guy, but he's bland. He wasn't a
it made me want to
He wasn't a
watch.
man of the people. Yeah.
But it made me want to watch John Adams, and it reminded me of I think the History Channel actually had a decent program about the Revolutionary War, like back, I don't know, like 2008 maybe. I don't know. I remember my daughter was like a baby or something like that at the time when it came out, but it was really good, and got me excited about
the
all
book.
of that.
The book with John Adams is really good. But again, they don't address. I've said this 1,000 times. The affair between Abigail Adams and Thomas Jefferson.
Because it's not proven.
But it's fact.
Okay, you said
It's right. It's right there.
but it's a fact.
But it's. Come on. Have you read the book?
But by the way, Chris, am I supposed to share something?
Yeah, and when we have a break in the conversation.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, you two talk about your things.
Anyway, I
I didn't mean to break it up. I just was.
Well, I was watching something on Thomas Jefferson on YouTube, and I guess he had a hidden room that they just found it because they renovate the what's it Monticello? They renovate it all the time, upgraded, have bathrooms and stuff for guests to come there. And about 3 years ago, they found a hidden room where he kept. It led to his room where he could meet with what's her name, drawing a blank on her name, but the slave that he impregnated.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't know that she was the half sister of his wife. She was the half sister of his wife that died. Sally.
Sally Hennings. Yeah. Thanks, Randy and Matt.
Thanks. I was drawing a blank on her name, but it's just like you go, I wonder where the room for Abigail Adams was at. Just saying.
Well, I enjoyed Hamilton. I thought it was really, and it was something that like my whole family like we watched together, and it was kind of fun.
Well, it never slows down. It's like
It keeps going. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the best thing about it. There's no lull in it. It just keeps going.
Yeah. I mean, they squeezed a lot, and they cut out some things and, made things convenient because it's a story. But, because it led you to believe that the duel is about
musical.
I know, but like I'm just a historical stickler for things. It's like
would you want a 10-hour? You would complain about that.
Yeah, it was long, but it's just like because the duel wasn't about because he didn't endorse him for president. It's because he didn't endorse him for governor like years later, and you're like, oh, okay, well, whatever, doesn't matter.
But would Aaron Burr be remembered if it weren't for the duel?
He was vice president, but I mean,
my wife said the same thing. I go, all right, name me all the vice presidents in the history.
Right.
And it's like, again, because vice presidents is like
George Bush.
Okay, that's one. Al Gore.
Yeah.
Lockbox. Spiro Agnew. Spiro T. Agnew.
I'm going to share what Chris had.
Richard Nixon.
Yeah, I actually have.
All right. Pop quiz.
Jesus
okay.
Pronounce the first town here.
Oh, the
Quincy.
town. Okay, so everyone out there, we're looking at Massachusetts names.
Quincy.
You say Quincy?
Quincy.
If it's not Quincy, Quincy?
Yeah. Dude, do you really want me to do this? I can do Tennessee ones.
Quincy.
Quincy. How the fuck do you get Quincy out of that?
How about the next one?
Fucking stupid state.
Shit you ate.
I don't know.
I can't zoom in like
Tacha. Is it an Indian name?
These are all Indian names. Most of them are.
I feel even worse.
Situate.
Sit your ass down.
Situate.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Leo Minster. Mr. Leo Minster. I'm sure it's not it.
Leominster.
Leominster. That's not very Indian.
Leominster. Okay, sorry, that was bad.
Fräulein.
Lemon.
Oh, Stu.
I keep trying to remove the cursor, but it's your cursor.
I like the lemon.
Yeah. Well, how do you get that? Wait, hold on a second. How do you get that out of
Leicester? Lester, get in here. I want you to look.
Leicester.
Worcestershire.
I'm gonna say I'm Southerner. Lester. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what it says.
Okay.
Needham.
Needham.
Yeah.
We got that one. Yes, we're on the board.
Worcester.
Yeah. Worcester.
Like, but there's no H in it. Worcester.
Yeah. Worcester. Yeah.
Worcester.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Gloucester.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with that. I'm doubling.
Ted, can you drive me to the beach, Ted?
Gloucester.
Yeah. Can we go over that bridge, Ted? Gloucester.
Reading.
Yeah, Reading. You got Reading correctly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say Reading. I thought it was like a mind fuck. Like, no, it's actually
Battlestar Galactica. Billerica. Would you become French? There's no French in here.
I like it. I was close.
Bill Rucka. Yeah.
Bill Rucka.
Is it Bill Ricka or is
Bonstable.
Bonstable.
The last one is Bill Ricka.
Bill
Ricka.
Of course it is.
I keep clicking the StreamYard. I can't edit the StreamYard. Hang on.
And Bonstable.
You got that one right. Barnstable. Yes.
I was going to say that. That was
I'm not going to call it Barnstable. Not Barnstable.
You should do this more often. This was fun.
For us. For us, like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Just yell.
If you join us live,
that was
you can see it.
If you listen to that was an audible nightmare. But thank you for listening.
Everyone, boss, how can I pronounce that?
You're the producer.
What's going on? Yeah, take charge, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm along for the ride most of the time. Ride or die, man.
Colin asked me if we wanted to use, because they're doing a Zoom thing now, where the people can they're not just in the chat, they're you can see them, but they're muted. And I said, ask Matt. She goes, what? I go, that's not my call. You got to ask Matt. Did she ever ask you?
Who?
Colleen.
No.
She doesn't really talk to us.
I don't know who Colleen is.
Okay.
Is she on this show?
No.
Okay, all right. No, I know. I hadn't talked to Colleen about that. So it was
But anyway, I said it's Matt's call, not mine.
Oh, my call. I don't know why it's my call.
Like everyone here in the chat, we could see them,
Yes.
but they would be muted,
Okay.
so they
Sure.
couldn't.
Is that
But I don't know if they could. Is there a chat in Zoom where they could still chat?
this also sounds like a post-show talk.
It
But,
does. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you know,
but I figured
this is
I
a-
might.
this is a classic Jack. You know, we're having a conversation. Hey guys, let's just drop a deuce in the tool.
Hey, we got nothing to hide here. I have a transparent podcasting, so I'm transparency.
You know what's funny? I've been talking to a few people over the last few months, weeks.
On Facebook?
No, in person,
Okay.
and telling about how we do a podcast, and
Mhm.
people are like, so what does that entail? Like, how much work do they put into it? I'm like,
None.
yeah. Like, what do you mean? It's like how long do you guys podcast for? I'm like, usually an hour and a half ish, And he's like, so when you edit it down, what does it come down to? I'm like, we don't edit.
What you hear and what you see is what we do.
What'd
You
get?
trying to tell me that you guys get onto a show and sit there and just talk about fucking nothing for an hour and a half? I'm like, once a week.
Once a week. Yep.
Did you watch Seinfeld? I
I'm like,
mean,
how do you sit there and talk for an hour and a half without having like a fucking schedule? I'm like, I don't know. We just do it once a week.
But what's funny to me is how this podcast for the last 4 or 5 years has really affected how I talk to people in real life, because I've always been a very quiet and respectable person. It's like, oh, Jack has a point. I'll just sit here and listen to him. Now it's like I have to compete. Like you say one thing, like yes, and blah, 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 and I'm like, oh shit, like I'm sorry, I just stepped all over you.
I finally figured out why I became, because I was just like you, Nick. I would sit back and wait, and be patient, and all that different stuff. But when it was a Married Man show, I couldn't do that because I had Jay and Dale, and they're showstoppers, so I had to keep it going. But anyway, I've noticed that when our whole family's together, I can't get a word in.
Oh,
I mean, I'll start talking and I get interrupted, and I'm like going, "That's why I'm this way on." Because and then the worst part is, I forget what I was going to say.
That's way.
So if people are upset with me fucking interrupting, blame my family. It's a family thing.
No, so you're saying it's just blame Jay.
yeah, Jay.
No, Jay's Jay's part of the problem too. He's a camera. But you got Colleen, you got Jay, you got both my daughter, my wife doesn't stop talking.
my wife.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was bad.
It is kind of interesting when you kind of think back and reflect on it. We literally get on here with no fucking agenda,
Nothing. Yeah.
and we just literally talk for at least 90 minutes.
And there's nothing planned. And people go,
No.
yeah, we can tell.
And what's funny is that, I've been listening to recently the Bill Burr Monday morning podcast. I don't know if you guys have listened to Bill Burr at all, but he does 2 podcasts, and he does it. He's a national treasure, Bill Burr. The guy is fucking hilarious. But he does a podcast by himself, where he just sits there, presses record, and he literally does like a ramble cast, but it's much more of like a ranting than anything else, kind of like today. But he does it in such like a Bill Burr fashion. It's impressive that he just gets on there solo and does it he does it flawlessly too. It's fantastic.
That is pretty amazing.
If you haven't listened to it, you should give it a shot. It's actually a lot of fun.
I give people credit that can do that.
You mean the guy from The Mandalorian?
Yeah. I love it because he fucking hates Star Wars. He fucking hates Star Wars. Yet he's in The Mandalorian.
He really does hate Star Wars?
Yeah.
No.
I don't understand people hating Star Wars. I don't get it.
Did you see
What?
any of the last 3 films?
Well, it's like I said, the first 3 are
I
brilliant.
just have to say that your background, your background right now, it
looks like two legs and your head coming out of it.
It looks like you're
No. You need to move back.
the rebirth of Jack.
There you go. Mm-hmm. So I'm talking
Screenshot, Sherry.
All right,
Well-
I'll change it. I don't want to get in trouble here.
what? You're just protecting the
you're,
Karens.
you're fine.
You know, that's.
So I actually preferred your last screen there because there was
Oh, that
Yeah.
one, yeah, some cleavage.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
know
the
what you're
that's the girl that just threw all the masks at Target on the floor.
wait.
Oh,
On
I-
which one on the left?
Yeah, her.
Oh, really?
I don't know that
Yeah.
story. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, she came into Target. She had a $40,000 Rolex on, and she got mad, and she just threw all the masks on the ground. Let me see if I can find her.
If you have a $40,000 watch on your you say Lexus? What did you say?
No, they say Lexus said Rolex.
40,000 Rolex. Why are you going to Target? Why would you even leave the house? You can just order shit to bring to your home.
Like within 45 minutes.
Yeah, if you have that kind of money to throw away on a watch.
Yeah, I don't know, but she lost it. But that's her. But she didn't look like that in the. I'll find it. I'll send it to our.
What's the one on the right there? What's the woman who's appearing to be at Disney World just really pissed off? What's
Right
her
there.
story?
She's Alice in Wonderland. She's the queen.
No, the one next to that. The
Yeah,
This one.
the one that's underneath Wild. Yeah.
This one.
No,
or
the one,
this
the one,
The other one.
the one
That's,
under
that's,
the
that's the one at Costco that wouldn't wear a mask, even though she has the mask in her hand.
I thought that was one picture. That's four pictures. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I kind of edited it.
I thought that she was like in Disney. It looks like it's her shoulder, but it's
No,
actually
this is actually in Paris Disney right here. That's the Paris Disney one. If it's still open or not, but it's.
Oh, let's talk about fucking Disney World for a second. What the fuck's their problem?
it's
I
Florida,
don't-
man. It's Florida.
Like Florida is literally like Florida is dying right now.
And Jack's just laughing there. Laugh it up, Jack.
I'm sorry.
Pervert.
but it just-
Like God's waiting room, aka Florida, is the waiting. God's waiting room is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger in Florida. Like I mean, Florida has always been a travesty in my mind, but
It's America's
Well,
penis. It
first-
always has
first-
been.
even if it wasn't a risk to go to Florida Disney World, you have to wear your mask. Can you imagine? Like I know here we don't have weather like Chris said, but it's very hot and humid here right now.
Hmm.
I mean, I can't even. It's like 100 degrees. The heat index. It sucks. I mean, I was talking to my son-in-law today. I said, I used to be able to mow the lawn in this kind of weather, and now I can't even go out here because I'm feeling sick. And how could you wear that mask in Florida, where you know the humidity is bad?
Mm.
How could you wear that mask and not be?
they're not.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
That's the problem is they're not. Like you have to figure it out. Like all these people talking about I have an illness that prevents me from wearing a mask needs to shut the fuck up. And
What they need to do is take a breath mint because that they may be mistaking their bowel ass stench regurgitating up into a mask as they breathe it in.
I'll tell you though, wearing a mask makes you much more cognizant of what the fuck your breath smells like.
No
That's
shit.
true.
I had some chimichurri chicken for lunch the other day, and god damn, I want to take off my
That's
mask.
what I'm
But it's-
saying. So that's what you want to invest your stock in right there.
Mask.
Mask.
Breath,
No.
breath mints.
Chris says stupidity is not an illness. I agree with you 100%.
I mean, my mom has been wearing a mask since '86. So I mean,
No, again, it's not the best thing in the world to have to do, but fuck, just
I don't give a fuck. Like seriously, like in people who are starting to throw down like
Right.
this whole. I know.
You-
Nick is a very big on he's a constitutionalist, if you will,
that's right.
and the people are all saying, "No, it's my constitutional right to not wear a mask." Fuck off.
No, it's not. It's not. That's actually not a. That's
I know-
if someone says that, that's a dumb argument.
I know. I'm just saying. I was leading in with the fact that you are. Oh Jesus Christ! What the
that's
hell? is that?
that's her.
Oh,
Oh man.
what? Who's
Drug-
Wait,
drugs
wait.
are
Just
bad.
Sorry,
That's the
everyone
Rolex.
looking at an image.
That's the
Jack-
Rolex girl.
Rolex.
Really? Wow.
Like
Yeah.
it's like. Anyway,
Drugs are bad. So, but yeah, it's just people are all up in arms. Like even Janice is in. Janice is part of the patrons group. She was like I follow her on.
You're not putting down. You're not putting.
No.
down.
Just let me finish my story, Jack.
Okay.
So
Jack.
Wow, just automatic.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Jack's sitting here being quiet, minding his own business.
I was referring to Matt as Jack. So I follow her on. We're friends on Facebook, and so when you have friends with people on Facebook,
Well, not for much longer.
No. Let me fucking finish a story. You realize
No, you're going to cancel Facebook. So there goes Janice. All her
I am going to get it. So, anyways, so Janice commented on something, and I get that in my feed because she commented on a post somewhere.
Right.
I agree with her 100%. And she was being of sound mind and commenting on a post about masks, and then she started getting shit on by people in that post about their constitutional right and this, that, and the other. So Janice was getting shit on, and that was one of those posts where I wanted to just jump in and defend Janice, but I'm like, God, fuck, I can't get involved. I can't spend my mental.
He said, I don't really care that much about Janice. So
it looks like you're right.
You're never going to change someone's mind on Facebook ever.
No, you're not. And also, Jack looks terrible as a blonde.
He does. It's 80s punk band or 80s metal band. Jack, yeah. Somehow he rocks it still with the cap on. I don't know how.
How's this better?
Right.
There, that's pretty close.
It does. It's perfect. Lines up.
Oh, that's fucking weird, man.
The skeleton.
Weird.
I don't like these masks. I'm throwing them on the ground.
Well, that's the end of the show.
Sherry is like control Shift 4. Whatever the combination of keys are for a screen grab. That's fantastic. Holy shit, that's terrifying.
I am cracking up. Anyway, well, that was tough.
Tough times. This is the beauty of green screens. Sorry for the podcast people that miss out on some of the live stuff that we do, but we do have a good time.
And we've been doing this for what? Since the pandemic really, I guess, started here in America.
Or as now it's an audio nightmare for people at home.
Yeah.
No, I just imagine like some people are, what are they laughing at? I hate it when they do this stuff. These inside jokes, they don't make sense.
Well, watch it. Come join us live. Fuck off, man.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean.
Download an MP3 and a Sorry, I'm just imagining.
How do I watch your podcast on my Zune?
I hope my dad never figures that shit out. I just imagine my dad like
that voice. That voice reminded me of the Jerky Boys, Chris.
Yeah,
if you remember that, she's like, "Oh my God, my ass! Look, I got
you beat me in my ass. I got warts all over my ass and genitalia. Why don't you put on some cleats and just boot me in the ass around the store?"
Exactly.
Oh, that woman. That's the woman there behind Jack.
Oh,
so
wow.
Trader Joe's.
At home. This is Trader Joe's somewhere in California, I think. She was the one who going around screaming her head off, saying that she has a medical exemption from her doctor, that she doesn't have to wear a mask.
And then she screamed in everybody's face and threw her stuff on the ground. And then I saw her interview, and she said that she never said that she wouldn't disclose the illness she had. And she wouldn't say her name.
It's bullshit. Yeah.
People just attacked me. They just attacked me.
Well, I mean, all right, here's the thing. I mean, this is like, because Chris starts saying, I'm a constitutionalist. That's the way I am. So it's like,
that's what
people are right in that you can't, like a governor or a mayor can't just say, issue a decree saying everyone has to wear masks. Only the CDC or health office in that county or state can say like, oh, everyone has to do this. So they're right in that it's unconstitutional for someone to just decree everyone has to wear a mask. Only the legislature, by passing a law saying for this amount of time or whatever, you can wear a mask. That's correct. However, you also need to be respectable and a smart fucking human being just by wearing a mask. But like if you go into a grocery store or wherever and a sign is posted that says must have a mask to enter, then you need to respect that. That's their private business. That's their private property.
Exactly.
and you go in there and you respect their rules, because all they have to do is basically say, hey, you're not wearing a mask, please leave. And if you refuse, then you're guilty of criminal trespass because they have asked you to leave private property. So then you can be arrested. That's the way the law works.
Here's the worst part to me is because I've worked with I think, have we all worked with the public before? I did it for like 40 years. I did it, whatever it was. I did it for a long time. It's not easy without a pandemic. And so now these poor people who are not being paid millions of dollars now have to be mask cops. So you have to stop these people and say, hey, you got to wear your mask. Oh, and of course the people lose it and they start screaming at them. I mean, when did you wake up and say it's okay? When did it be okay just to scream bloody murder at people because they asked you to put out? Because I was at Target like 2 weeks ago when they made it mandatory here, but yet it's only mandatory. But they said the cops can't do anything to you. So they go. So I was at Target picking up. I went for pickup. 8 people came in without a mask. One was pregnant.
Oh wow!
And I'm like I go. Now, I said that they say that's the worst. If you're pregnant, you're going to be on a ventilator.
I mean, and to think about like what it's, does to your body, and you don't know what it's going to do to your body. I mean, that's the weird thing. I had
don't know the long-term effects.
There was a person I was talking to just today at my store. It was a customer, and we were discussing, and they had COVID. They'd been tested 9 times, a total 9 times. Had it. Her entire family came down with it, and it was like it affected everybody in the family just differently.
Yeah.
And she's still permanently without taste. Well, she has taste, but it's like citrus fruits.
Well, she was talking to you. How much taste could she have?
Thanks.
I actually thought I might have it.
That was actually really fucking funny.
America's funniest. Yeah. Trying to make an honest.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Coffee Boy. Go ahead.
This is water, man. It's not vodka.
Oh man, it's so freaky. The green stripe on their mug is that's so cool. I actually thought I might have it. That I had some salsa, and I put the chip in there. I was like, this tastes like shit. And then I was like, it was just bad salsa. I was like, I thought it affected my taste buds. Like, I've got the COVID.
Janice says I'm so mean, but I'll still be following you on Facebook now. Like Chris,
you heard everything I fucking said, Jack. Don't try to trump this.
No, I'm saying that you're going to just abandon all your friends and say fuck you.
Oh yeah, I might do that.
So there you go.
Just one other note about the person that I spoke to today with COVID. And by the way, we both had masks on, and it was all good, distancing and what have you. But it was interesting also just to find out that even though all of this had happened to her and none of it was too serious, that she also knew of somebody that had almost a near-death experience with it, and that because we don't know how it affects anybody, if it's a 1% chance, that means 1 out of 100 people. 100 people go into a store, 1 of them is gonna die. It's as simple as that, as far as the 1% mortality on it.
And let's talk about fucking schools for a second.
Wait,
I'm wrong about the 1% because it might be higher and might be lower depending on different regions or what have you, or different outbreaks. Regardless, it's still one too many if we can prevent that. And if the CDC says, hey, for the next 4 to 8 weeks, if we just all wear masks, if we did our part, just pull together as Americans, just say,
it won't eliminate it, but it'll bring the curve down.
If maybe do we market these masks to people and say these are freedom masks because once we get through this, we'll be free.
My thing is, how many people have always wanted to wear a mask into a bank?
Right? No shit.
Come on. I mean, that's a dream come true.
At what point did I lose it, Nick?
I don't know any.
Janice, I do remember podcasting with you, Janice. I wasn't mean to you. It just Matt makes it easy sometimes. It's not my fault. But go ahead, Matt.
Did I have any other points to make?
No. Let's talk about the whole school stuff real quick.
Oh,
you got this train wreck. Betsy fucking DeVos, man. She said the other day, and granted, what I'm about to say is probably been all over everyone's fucking news feed, so it's not like I'm not in
I
revelation.
saw it on Facebook.
But she was like, the mortality rate would be only 2.3% in schools.
My daughter's a teacher.
That's 14,000 fucking kids dying. Like, that's not acceptable.
Well, I think San Diego and Los Angeles are not opening up the schools.
They should. Honestly, like, as somebody who is going to feel the crunch of if we don't open schools, like, I'm going to have to make some adjustments, right, for my own work to be able to take care of my kids.
Right.
I'm willing to fucking lose it all to keep my fucking kids safe. I will fucking quit my job if it means I can keep my kids from dying.
Right.
And the fact that the fucking Secretary of fucking Education is saying, "Oh, it's only going to be a 2.3 or whatever the fuck percentage of mortality rate in our schools."
I think that's what it was.
Like, fuck right off.
Right.
Like, just fuck right off. Like that's asinine.
That's a lot of, and that's not just kids, it's teachers too. But it's like still
it's teachers, and you also have to imagine that
somebody referred to it as a 9/11 of kids.
By the time also the kids come home, there are a lot of care providers that are also elderly. You know, like you have a lot of grandparents that are taking care of these kids who would also be even more susceptible. So, yes, Jack, we know who you are.
I would lose it all if it meant to stop my kids from fucking dying.
We as two teachers in this household, like, and also having two kids going to two separate schools, we're just like, it's a freaking nightmare. And I'm just kind of like, all right, let's just see what happens. I mean, every day I think my wife is looking for the answer because her impending return is coming up within weeks, basically. So I think she's kind of like, okay, what are we doing? How is this going? You know, and what are the requirements of all of these? Because it's up to every different school district.
Yeah.
And I know we've talked a lot about it on the podcast throughout this, but, you know, it's frustrating that there's been no true national, you know, response that everybody could be on board with, you know, that everybody, you know, one message for all the states, you know, like we need to all do this, you know.
Wear your mask.
So, well, and that too. But, you know, like had we said in March, we must wear masks for the next 2 months. We have to, you know, had we taken it as seriously as we did with everything else at that time, could we be where other countries are by nearly eradicating this? And it's hanging around longer and longer, and the more we make this political issue, which is it shouldn't be. It should just be everybody, like, you know, as you mentioned a 9/11 event, you know, like then let's cover our asses and get through this. But it just keeps going on and on.
Well, 9/11 we changed everything.
Yeah.
But I was going to say here in North Carolina, the governor said, "Well, it's a complicated plan, but I guess they're going to have like try and space the kids apart, have smaller classrooms because they don't have the money to make it safe. You know, they can't plexiglass every tape. You know, they can't do that. There's going to be the teachers have to get breaks for kids to go wash their hands. I go, what a clusterfuck that's going to be. I go, the kids are going to go." It's just and like I said, my daughter's a teacher, and I'm like going, I don't want her in that goddamn school.
Well, I think one of the things too with ventilation, and if the ventilation is capable of filtering this out, because that is one thing that they've been able to identify. Oh, Chris, you're muted. Is that you know, this is how it has spread into. And I remember, Nick, you and I talking about an event where there was very early on a whole apartment building that, you know, how did this one person on the 6th floor who never interacted with anything else, you know, but it's like, okay, well, ventilation system.
Yeah.
So
that's what happened to my friend. I mentioned her on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. She lives in the apartment building that was adjacent to the conference center where the there's like a medical company conference. That's how the whole outbreak in Boston started. But to access the convention center, her apartment building, like her building, is a pass through. So people pass through the lobby, and she got it right. And update, I told you before, she's having heart issues. She has significant heart issues now, and there's all these reports coming out that people who have recovered from COVID are having long-lasting heart problems.
Right.
And they think it's going to be temporary, but they don't know.
No, they don't know. Yeah.
Well,
she is an example, like has like a work accommodation where like she has to stop working and go sit down. Like
I'm not
all
sure
the time.
I'm not sure if we talked about that on the last podcast or maybe it was after the podcast. But, the older people are just dying off from it, but that's what they're saying with a lot of the young people. I mean, anyone that's like 40 or younger or right of that area is that it thickens the blood. It thickens the blood. And so that's why you see these young people dying of stroke or, like losing taste, what you're saying, like because that's what usually stroke does. It affects parts of the brain. And I can see that being a heart problem as well. It's just so they don't know. And like that's what I'm really curious about is what's going to happen. Like when we're like 70 or 80 years old, is it going to be something where it's like, oh, you had COVID back when you were 35 or 45 or whatever?
Which just happened with a lot of diseases over time.
Yeah. Right. Like what's it going to do?
Yeah. Well, I know with my neighbor, his son plays hockey the rink I used to work at has been open. They're not supposed to be open because they're supposed to wait for phase 3. But no one's enforcing it. So they're open, and there's parents bringing their kids. I guess what it is, the kids can play hockey, but the parents can't go in. They have to stay outside. But I told my neighbor, I said, be careful with these rinks because the company that took over our rink does everything on the cheap. So I know that ventilation system is not being kept up like we kept it up.
It's been proven that adjusting the ventilation system is not going to fix anything.
But in an ice rink, that if one person has it, it's just going to linger.
Right.
So I go, but I was shocked that all these parents are taking their kids, and we're talking about the schools. These parents have a choice, and they're taking their kids to play hockey. And I go,
second degree murder.
I said, I can't believe you're taking. There's no way I'd take my kids to play
manslaughter or something.
I won't even go into a restaurant right now. Sit down in a restaurant.
I won't go to a restaurant either.
My wife goes, I go, look, I'm putting my foot down. I'm not going in a restaurant. So there you go.
You don't want to go sit inside a restaurant.
No, I said, I'm not.
I take out all day long though.
Yeah, I do. We do that. It's the Uber Eats, whatever it is. I go, but I'm not sitting in a restaurant. I won't do it.
Yeah. I
won't do it. I put my foot down.
I'm not doing it. I mean,
you actually got a word in, Jack?
Yeah, when I get mad, you don't want to see me when I'm mad.
He turns
green. Yeah.
Yeah.
All that gamma radiation. So,
the muscles are good though.
Fun topic.
Well,
way to take it down that road.
On a brown
I got
note?
fucking shit tons of cucumbers growing in my backyard.
Nice.
Did you say brown note?
Because you technically are in New England, so I mean that's a very.
Did I say
New
brown
England.
note?
I don't know.
What is that? Another note. Another.
Oh, another note.
Or a later note.
Another.
I'm laughing at Chris Drake, I guess.
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
But yeah,
that's my
favorite painter. Yeah.
I got a ton of cucumbers and tomatoes growing, and I got habanero peppers all over the place.
Nice.
Yeah. Pickle them bitches, says Ethan. Yes. You know what? I've never pickled anything. And I think I'm gonna have to because I'm.
Have you ever tickled anything?
I've never.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I've never pickled a bitch.
That was Matt. That was Mr. Fan favorite.
By the way, I think that should be the title of the show, but I don't think we can get away with it.
Kayla says she said I heard brown note too. If I said brown, I didn't mean to say brown.
I sound like brown note to me too.
Everybody has shit now. All right, great. Well, show's over. Summer's canceled, kids. I'd love to see a new movie though. Even if it had meant I had to go to a drive-through, I'm just like, just give me a new movie.
Yeah, there is one drive-through in Fort Collins I haven't been to yet, but yeah,
we don't have one here.
I'm really, really wanting to go because going to the movies.
It's a drive-in. You don't drive. You don't have to keep driving. You don't have to keep driving around.
Did I say drive-through?
I think you both said drive-through.
You knew what I was talking about. It's late in the night. I've had this coffee thing.
But yeah, they're showing. I mean, Empire Strikes Back was the #1 movie in America last week. You know?
I know.
Damn.
I miss going to the Alamo Draft House, but Cindy and I went there like every week for like 3 months. Watch a different movie, get some drinks.
Maybe get lucky.
No, got some
never
drinks.
know.
Yeah. No.
Gotta get it liquored up.
Face. It's just like face palm. Like as soon as it's just like boom. Like why am I on this fucking show with you?
No, I am thrilled.
It was perfect. It was perfect stride, cadence, whatever, like the way you said it. So
All right. Well, there it is. Are we ending the show? Are we doing
you
it?
clearly want to.
I mean,
You got somewhere to be?
I mean, we've got another 20 minutes to go.
I
So
really
if
do.
you're saying now we're ending it, we've
No,
got
no,
to.
no.
You know,
Alexander Hamilton.
One of these days,
Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton.
Sentence by hitting end.
if I just what now? I didn't hear anything.
I'm going to say Epstein bio Jizwell. Wait, I meant
what a
Jizz
Jizwell? What? A Jizwell? What's it?
I have no idea what we have gone into.
This
This
is
is all
lame.
stuff in the chat. This is nothing that anybody in the show is promoting. We're not. You cannot.
It looks like you got a tornado going behind you there. It's a twister. It's a twister. You, Matt.
Oh.
Look, you see what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I
It's
see
like
it. Yeah. It's like, yeah.
It's a twister. It's a twister.
No, it's a,
Oh,
yeah, a little
weird.
black line. There's like a little tornado going.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know, I've had
Go hide in the bathtub.
I've had nightmares about tornadoes. It's always freaky because, like, do you?
Never had one.
all the time. It's like one of my recurring nightmares is a fucking tornado.
Oh my gosh!
What does that mean?
I had this dream about a tornado, and the house fell on my mom.
It usually means like a tumultuous time, or the fact that you feel like
They
you're
good shoes though.
Yeah.
you're in a very like busy
Your life.
time. So which is
I'm
probably
glad you got it, Nick. Thanks.
we're having an AB conversation. And these guys are just seeing the fuck out. What's up?
If you have a lot of worries and problems in your waking life, it's possible that you will dream about tornadoes.
So in my tornado dreams, I'm like at a window and the tornado is coming to me, but if I look away, it'll go away. But then it's like I need to know that it's away, but then it comes back. So it's really weird.
My tornado
I'm
dreams. I
curious
go
what's
get
causing
kite
that effect.
and I fly it.
It's sentient. It knows that I'm aware that I'm looking at it or something.
If you look,
Now-
if you look at Nick, it'll go away.
Alexander Hamilton.
Hamilton. Well, tonight you're gonna have tornado dreams. I hate the
Yeah.
dreams where I'm falling and I jump up. I have those all the time.
You know, it's funny. Like one person I watched Hamilton with, when it was over, she goes, "Hamilton was a dick. He cheated on his wife." I'm like, "That's what you took from this movie?" Like,
Who was it? Thomas Jefferson was the dick.
I was like, "They're all dicks. Everyone in that thing was a dick."
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I enjoyed just the acting, the music. The
That was
music
great. It was fantastic. I want to see it live.
the music is really addictive, in which like it just gets into your head. And my wife like kind of had to like put it down and walk away. Meanwhile, I'm just like,
yeah,
I want to hear more because I want to like kind of hear those.
I regret not being able to sing after watching because these people have so much talent.
I thought it was interesting the musical choices and that and that most of the American pieces were rap or like a modern music, whereas whenever the King of England, it was almost like a British poppy Elton John type.
Right.
Music.
No,
So it's kind of like the old school versus the new school. And I was like, that's an interesting contrast.
yeah, I'm
I thought
glad
it was fascinating where they had the mics
Oh,
in there. I was like going, it's in their hair.
I'm
Well,
glad
I
you
guess
picked-
another reason why I couldn't be on the show.
anyway, I'm glad that you picked up on that, Nick, because I'd seen that too, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, and then of course that's the song that my kids just want to sing around the house is da 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 da. So that,
I honestly can't believe that's the same guy that played Holden.
yeah.
I just cannot believe that's the same guy because he's got such a dry, boring.
He's an actor.
He's fantastic. He's fantastic. He's a great actor.
There is like a Broadway app that you can get. I know Matt Treese in the chat was saying that the show definitely made me miss live entertainment even more. And my wife was looking into getting it for us for like a month or what have you. So depending on when we go back to school or whenever we get shut down again or we're trapped at home, we're probably going to check that out. But you get access to a lot of Broadway musicals. I'm not sure what the app was. It was something my wife texted me and she's like, "We should get this." And I'm like, "Okay, sure."
I just want to see it live so I can tell
on the couch.
So I can tell Hamilton, he's gonna kill you. Just yell that. I want to yell that right at the right moment so everyone in the audience could,
Right.
Oh, I should have said spoiler alert. Sorry, my bad. You think I get kicked out? You think I get kicked out?
I think they would. Yeah,
it could be a TikTok video. Have you guys gotten TikTok?
No, because it's a Chinese app.
I was on it for 45 seconds. Actually, 45 minutes. I scrolled.
Or YouTube, or because now it's these things where people purposely go in like Walmart and stuff like that and throw like sand on people,
right,
and rice on people to get a reaction. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if someone does, I'm probably gonna punch him.
Well, there's a lot of people out there that want to get 50 followers.
Yes.
There's a lot of people out there that want to get 50 followers so they can make money off of the internet. I don't know anybody like that, but
sure. Like, I'm trying to get my head to line up with this goat creature.
I saw one on TikTok yesterday. I can't believe it had a huge amount of views, but I don't even want to talk about it, but it was like one of the, I shouldn't have to watch this.
You get two tornadoes now.
If you have TikTok on your phone, it would be in your greatest interest to delete it.
Yep. As soon as Google required all employees to delete the app, I was like, now it's getting serious.
When Google doesn't allow it.
Yeah.
Chris Rake said people were assholes long before TikTok. I get that, but now but people are going out of their way to be assholes. Oh, I mean, we do practical jokes. I mean, I used to like to go in like a Target or FedMart back then, or just Kmart, and we'd set all the alarm clocks to go off at like 3 minutes apart, and then you'd go to the other side of the store and they'd be going off. All right, but we didn't film it.
Good prank. I mean, that's a good prank. It's still done today.
Yeah. So anyway, but we didn't throw stuff on people, and we talked about Reddit earlier in the show, Chris. Don't come in here late and start talking about stuff.
No, Chris has been on here for a while.
Yeah. Well, then how did he not know about? We talked about Reddit.
Yeah. Well, maybe he missed that part. I mean,
well, maybe he should be paying attention.
It's an hour and 40 fucking minutes.
Well, I remembered, and I'm super old.
All right, I'm ready to check out. Let's do this.
Yep. You can check out anytime you want.
Yeah, except
you can check us out.
Supposed to fucking Eagles, man.
You can check us out, however, on Facebook. You want to check out the Jay and Jack Facebook group on Facebook, but there's also an even better group on Facebook if you're still on Facebook. What is that? What is that? What is that group? What is that? The exclusive group of people?
Patrons.
Patrons, yeah.
Right. Patreons. The Patriots.
Yes, and I would like to thank those patrons. Is that
wait, time out. Yeah. You were talking about sports earlier, Matt. You never finished.
Oh, yeah. I was just
because baseball season is supposedly supposed to start the 24th. Will we have a baseball season?
Why would you hook me with that and then throw baseball in my face?
Okay, football's. I don't think there's going to be a football season at all. I don't see how. I don't see how there's any way.
The only thing I wanted to talk about football, and I see what you did there, Jack. Don't even think that I didn't notice what you did there. A little sneaky little son of a bitch. But I was just really happy that a certain team, the Washington Warriors, dropped their former name, and that finally happened. Because
the Warriors? Oh, I missed that.
Long fucking overdue.
Wait, did they announce
they are
not
the Warriors.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought they were going to change the name to the Bullets.
That was the name that Jack and I dreamed up with Miami back in the day when we were doing.
Part of me wants them to be the Washington Sentinels because I like the movie The Replacements, and that's what they were called.
Oh,
one with
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, yeah. But they won't be. I prefer the Washington Lions.
Ohio State.
What if it was something really cool, like Washington Warlocks?
That'd be cool. Like, you'd get a lot of shit for that too. Like, oh my god, they're promoting witchcraft.
Right, I know. It would be so
How
awesome.
about the Washington? We haven't seen the playoffs in 20 years.
I wish it was the lobbyists.
I wish it was
Nick,
the lobbyists.
Nick,
Oh,
to Nick's credit.
That's a great name.
Mike's correct. The
He
Washington,
said
I would love it.
the Washington.
I would love if it was Washington lobbyists.
Mainly because of the multiple references of Washington Generals. I like that. So
Washington, yeah.
so, because that is the team that the Harlem Globetrotters always play against. So, all right, I was going to end this show before Jack tried to derail this whole thing. This show was called and brought to you by C3PO's dick.
It really was. Yeah.
I'd like to thank Transparent Tech, Eckhart Richter Haber. I was trying to do references from the show that we did, by the way. That was my best.
We got it.
Okay, thanks. Moving on. The National Treasure of Ed. Must have a mask Maggie, or a Maggie mask, if you would. Pandemic Response Team, CDC JOANNASA. I don't know. I was trying to make something with Joey in there. I hope you understand. And then lastly, Goya Greg of the Rainbow Cup. Thank you for joining us.
That was your best one.
Oh, really? You like that one?
I like that one. It rolled. It rolled right up your
All right,
tongue.
well, I was trying to make references back to this show. And Greg, if you didn't know, I was drinking out of a Rainbow Cup that I found while helping my dad clean out crap from his house. So, yep.
Whose cup was it before?
I think it was a sympathy card, like how you used to get it.
Oh, yeah.
So it was something from his, my grandfather's funeral. So, but I found it and I was like, that's a cool ass cup. I'm grabbing that sucker. So,
I don't know if it's cool, but it's a cup.
if you want to, help support this show, become a patron. We thank everyone that joined us in the chat. It's always enjoyable.
Except Kayla.
How many people join us?
Is there a way to ban Kayla?
Come on, guys. See,
She pops in and out. She's
My daughter's name is Kayla. It's like there's too many Kaylas in the world.
All right, that's it. You're trying to make Kayla the new Karen. I gotta put an end to this show. Thank you, everyone, for
We'll start calling Kayla anyone who's obnoxious in the chat. Now we'll call
is it Kayla?
I will say Kayla has been nothing but nice to me.
I agree.
All right, Matt. Thanks.
Thanks, Matt, for throwing us on the. But she's always been nice to me too. But I'm a team player. If she's picking on one, you're picking on my teammate, and that's how I go. That's how I roll, yo.
I see what you're doing here, Jack. I've already ended.
No. If you're an asshole,
you're drawing this whole thing out here.
Say Nick's an asshole. I'm just.
Love you too.
It doesn't matter.
Why would you lie like that?
Just trying to.
Anyway, I'm going to defend all three of you. I'm going to defend you because you're my teammate.
All right. Well, this was a great show. It was one in a Goya. Thanks for joining.
Oh God.
Sorry, I meant to say a Goya.
Goya.
I don't know.
Ethan says Nick an asshole. No, I think he's saying.
You guys sign off too, Jack. You're just keeping this thing going. I see.
I'm reading the chat, man. Reading the chat.
All right. Well.
Oh no! There was you implied there's a question mark there. There's no question mark, Jack. He just said Nick's an asshole. That's a statement.
There's.
I was seeing a. But again, if you are an asshole, you're my team. Because when I played sports, like hockey, and somebody was getting beat up, I might even like that person because I've had teammates I didn't like, but I would go in there and fight for them because they're on my side. They're my teammates, and that's how I roll.
Calling someone an asshole is a pretty strong statement. You can say like, Nick's a bit of a son of a bitch. But
Can all you assholes shut the fuck up so we can end the show?
So attacking Kayla, I'm not attacking. I'm defending Nick is what I'm doing. So there you go. I just wanted to get that out there. So there was proof that
Fast forward. Fast forward. You just skip a couple of pages.
Great show, guys. It was 1 in a million. Thanks for joining us live.
And if you want to hear us live, join us.
We can't have an odd number.
Great show. Good night, Jack.
Bye, everybody.
God bless.
If we have